Today's video, Workman's Restorations, we're going to replace my drop-down visor on my 2014 Kenworth T66. This is what the visor looks like. It's barely even there. You can barely even see it. We're going to take it apart. First, we need to work on unboxing everything to make sure we have it. Part number 2. Okay, so it's going to go see the curve in the bottom. Alright, now I need to open this up and check for all the hardware. Alright, so this is the parts we got. I was looking them over and they're super thick compared to the ones I had on my Peterbilt. The drop down visor I had on my Peterbilt. This even seems to think it's a hair bit thicker too, this. So, comes together like that. That's pretty nice. Has all the... I'm going to have to peel all that off later. But, yeah. It's going to be interesting. Lots of little pieces. So, I'll try to do a step-by-step as much as I can. Try not to make sure it gets too boring for you. That's the 2 holes on the other side. Talks about grinding some hook bolts down or something, but I can't wait. This is going to look awesome. Now I just got to figure out where all these parts go. I'll get back to you. I have all the parts laid out. Washers, different screw size, different bolt lengths. These 2 are 2 different bolt lengths. Then I got everything separated apart. Identified all the parts. It says to bolt this together, this side, then that side, and then bolt it together with another bracket, but not really sure how that works. So I'm going to keep going, but this is one thing to do. I got this set up in my trailer here. This is where, you know, anywhere you can be out of the weather and stuff, but I got a beautiful area here to get all this done. So I'm going to let this go step by step, work on it, and keep you guys updated every step. Okay, we got a little confusing here in the beginning. It says bolt visor into visor body halves, bolt visor together. So I put on here, place bolt visor brackets into there. Do not bolt together, because this is what it's supposed to look like. And then you got to put this bracket on. Got to get it all the way in there, and it's a real pain. But it says do not tighten these up. I don't see why, because once they're lined up, there's not going to be much in place, but I will follow the directions up to there. So for now, it says to take the old visor apart, and I did pull all this old paper off because I don't want it getting in between there and staying and then just deteriorating whatever. I'd rather bolt it metal to metal. So that's as far as we are now. Now we're going to go inside the truck and try to take the old one out. And I got a helper. Elsa. Okay, so they're 10mm nuts. I already took that one off. Then we got to take the visor off first. So there's 2, 4, 6 bolts total. And then I'll show you what we got to cut. We got to grind the other stuff off. So let me get started. Okay, so now the visor's off. I have to go in here and grind the heads of these off to get these brackets off. I'll have to do that with a grinder. So I'm going to get that done and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so this is what we did. We took the old grinder and we carefully, they say grind a little bit each time, because they say what can happen is you get it too hot and they say it could burn the cab, but we did pretty good here, I think. And those will just pop back through. That's why you got to pull the cab out of the headliner out, but we did it good. But that's what you got to do. You got to get to those, and then there's more brackets and stuff you got to do. So now I got to jump over and do the other side, so I'll get that side off show you guys what we got next. Alright, so that's how it looks with the brackets, visor off and everything. Looks kind of goofy. But I got all the brackets cut off and everything. Now we got to go inside and work it. Okay, so we're inside the truck. And basically you got to take all these handles apart. There's some screws on the... 1, 2, 3 screws, and then take that screw out and just wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and wiggle till it comes off. So we got to take that off. Here we got to take that centerpiece off to drop the CB out, and then this trim piece just pulls off. We got to get all that done and then remove this. That's why we had to do all that. So I'm going to have to take these hooks off too, and then these should just pop off the whole panels all the way. So we're going to get working on that, and I'll tell you what we got to do next. Okay, this escalated quickly. You're going to hear that a lot in my videos. I'm going to tell you exactly how to take all this apart. Okay? I'm going to tell you where every single screw is. Okay? But these were the parts that I had to grind off the top. This was a genius idea right here. Thanks, Kenworth. That cost me a lot of freaking work. So, there's the holes. We got them on both sides. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so there's... Now imagine that the CB box is back up here again. Okay, so there's 2 screws right here when you flip it down. Yeah, there and there, or there and there, whichever. And then there's 2 more that go straight up once you get towards the back. Okay, once you drop that down out of place, then you pull the trim that was up here somewhere, and you take out, the sun visor, because that's in the way. And then there's a screw here behind the light. You just pop the light out. I did it from the back. Pop the light out and you'll find that 1 screw. And then there's 2 screws on the top. And then you very carefully work it down till you get to the speaker wire. Then you unplug the speaker wire and you very carefully fish that out, clearing your train horn. And then these, you got to finish taking that whole light switch part. So because of these dumb things, this whole headliner had to come apart. So every truck's different. So I had this part of the dash part the other day. So I've been to the whole interior of this truck here recently. Oh, then you got to take the pull handles off. Pull the pull handles off, and then pull the panels off. Once you unscrew the pull handles, then those just come out. I'm looking at my hand and not the video. So then you pull those out. Once those come out, then that whole section works. Luckily, we have a big sleeper. That's Buzz. Luckily, we have a big sleeper to put all of our parts in. Right, Elsa? Okay. So next step is going and getting the brackets. This is where your extra set of hands comes in, I guess. So I think, I don't know. I'm going to go back, look at the brackets, and see what we got to do from here. Then I'll get back to you. Okay, so we test fit the new visor, went out and bought a brand new marker, and marked that little hole right there. We're going to drill that hole, because it needs 2, and then I'll show you what we do. So you drill that hole in the cab, and then you put this little piece in here. Now you stick it in like this, and then as you tighten it up, there's a little nut in that side, and it squeezes it out to mushroom. So you put that in there. Now, once we get the final fit, I'm going to squeeze a little bit of silicone on there, and then I'll show you the other 4 holes I just drilled too. Alright, so I put the provided with the kit washer right here, and the bolt and the thing. We got them set up. Now, when I first drew the it's kind of hard to get angle up here. When I first drew the hole, it was this one down here. So then I measured it out, and it was going to come down to the border of this too close. So to get the screws in easy enough, I ovaled these ones out a little bit. Now I did get a lot of silicone to try to make sure to silicone these holes up. For these ones, I'm just going to go with just doing it from the outside that I can get to. So actually I should do that now before I put the visor back on, because I'm getting ready to test fit the visor again. But I got the holes all done over here. Everything's looking good, so I'll get back to you. All done. Well, the outside anyway. Still got to finish putting together the inside. Then I bought new seats too.